Hello and welcome to the first Monday Market Day. This is your go-to spot to discover the best assets released in the third week of the August. With over 500 assets hitting the marketplace each week, it can be overwhelming to sift through them all. That's why I've started this series, to give you a quick overview of the latest releases. If you come across any other interesting assets released in the third week of the August, feel free to drop the links in the comments. Please note that only links to the assets from this specific week are accepted. I'm committed to improving this series with every episode, so I'd love to hear your feedback. Let's dive into effects category. The first asset we are looking at is a pack featuring muzzles, projectiles, and impacts. These effects are perfect for stylized and fantasy projects with a good quality across the board. The pack includes a total of 44 effects, but unfortunately it lacks sound effects, which are crucial in my opinion. Personally, I'd give this pack a score of 7, though the average rating seems to be around 5.88. Next up, we have a shielding effect pack. These are high quality effects, and it's great that impact effects are included as well. However, once again, there are no sound effects. I really believe that including the sound effects should be a standard for VFX packs on the marketplace. On the plus side, this pack comes with a video tutorial that shows you how to edit and customize the effects, which is pretty standard but always appreciated, especially since some packs don't include tutorials at all. This pack features a total of 60 Niagara effects across 20 different shields, make it reasonably priced for the quality you get. My personal score for this project is an 8, while the average rating is 7.25. Now let's move on to the next category, props and materials. There were quite a few materials released last week, but I feel like Epic Games has already released similar assets for free, often with a better quality. However, this parallax interior effect stood out to me. It's of good quality, the price is reasonable, and it can easily add variety to the buildings in your project. With 11 different types included, it offers good diversity. My personal score for this asset is 7, and it also got an average score of 7. Next, we have this sailing ship. The quality is good, but I think the price is a bit steep. The pack isn't very customizable, and the interior isn't included, and it appears to be quite high poly as described. There is a single board included, but no video or information on whether any of the models are rigged. Also, keep in mind that the ocean isn't included. My personal score for this project is a 6, though the average rating is 4.75. Finally, I found this revolver weapon pack interesting. Despite its high poly modeling, it includes LODs, and it's nice to see that Unreal Engine 4 is also supported. For this price, the diversity in this pack is impressive, offering different models related to revolvers, such as a speed loader, bullets, and even a holster. The good news is that the models are rigged and animations are included. My personal score for this project is an 8, while the average rating is 8.13. Next up is the environment category. Let's start with the height maps released by VIP Material, priced between $16 to $20. While they look good from a distance, I don't believe they're worth the money. The sample materials shown in the screenshots aren't included. There is no video provided, and all the screenshots are taken from a distance. Generally, when you purchase a height map, your customizations options are very limited, and you are mostly left with the manual sculpting. To buy all 4 packs released last week, you'd have to spend $76. But here is another option. If you purchase this plugin, you can generate your height maps directly in the engine, combining different effects to create interesting results. This allows you to design specific effects for each part of the landscape, offering much better customizations. Plus, it comes with sample materials, all for just $25. My personal score for the VIP material is 4, while the average rating is 3.63. Moving on, we have a World War II environment. Despite its high price, it has some good features that somewhat justify the costs. It's a modular project and you can design your level using splines. If the artillery in this pack were rigged, I might be more accepting of the high price. However, out of the 224 meshes, many are variations rather than unique models. It only supports PC, so it seems the models are high poly. Unfortunately, there is no video included to give a better judgment of the project. My personal score for this project is 7, while the average rating is 5.5. The next project is a sci-fi environment. The good news is that it includes both interior and exterior models, and they are modular, so you can design your level however you like. Unfortunately, there is no video included on the page, and no information about whether any blueprints are provided to help you design your level using the modular models. The diversity is impressive, with about 300 meshes included. My personal score for this project is an 8, while the average rating is 5.75. PL Move Island released various low poly location packs that are well priced and offer a good level of customizations. Several permade tiles are included, and since they are low poly, you can use them on any platform. The good news is that Unreal Engine 4 is also supported. I appreciate the use of universal textures, which make these models very lightweight. Lighting is crucial for low poly models, but there is no video included to show if any completed scene is available. My personal score for this project is 6, while the average rating is 6.38. Next, we have an Egyptian temple. Despite the repeated models in the scene, it's very nicely done and has a good atmosphere. The included showcase and walkthrough videos do a great job of demonstrating the scene, though this project is only available for Unreal Engine 5. The good news is that a level design tool is included with the project, which alone costs $100. However, there is no mention of customization options, like controlling sand on the materials, which would have been interesting. My personal score for this project is 7, while the average rating is 6.63. Next up is an apocalyptic modular city, priced well for the first 2 weeks after release. It only supports the latest versions of the engine, but the quality is good, with 93 different meshes. The poly count seems reasonable, ranging from 22 up to 17k. And they come with 4K textures. My personal score for this project is 6, while the average rating is 6.63. To wrap up the environment section, we have 2 projects from Cynthia Studios. Starting with Ancient Egypt, there is no showcase video, but the screenshots are well designed. The price is fair for the diversity this pack offers. The buildings are modular, so you can easily design your scene, and the characters are rigged, though there is no information on whether they are rigged to Unreal Engine standard characters. This pack includes a total of 891 models, giving you the power to design scenes for a wide variety of projects. My personal score for this project is 9, while the average rating is 8.13. The next project is Apocalypse Wasteland. Unfortunately, like the previous pack, there is no video, but the screenshots look nice. The price may seem high, but includes different character groups that add a lot of diversity to the project, making it suitable for various games or even animation projects. Not only does it feature well-designed characters, but apocalyptic vehicles look nice. They are also rigged. That's not all. There are 1941 meshes included, allowing you to design whatever scene you need. My personal score for this project is 9, while the average rating is 8.25. Now, let's dive into the blueprints and code plugins category. I'll start with the Zombie AI. The price is quite high, and frankly, I don't think it's technically well implemented. Just take a look at the zombie sliding on the ground when it starts walking. Definitely not a good sign. Let's examine what they are advertising in their screenshots. A zombie's head, This is something you can learn to create in less than 5 minutes on YouTube. The stump feature isn't bad, but you could implement it in under 5 minutes. Another screenshot claims it supports multiplayer and it's compatible with third person. Is that supposed to be a selling point? In the next screenshot, it mentions compatibility with top-down view. Why does it matter what camera perspective my project uses? It also seems like no data table is included, meaning you have to set variables directly on character class. I really don't think this pack is worth your money. You could create all its features on your own in about 2-3 hours. Instead, I recommend spending your money on quality animations. My personal score for this project is 3, but the average rating is 3.75. The next project is a modular options menu, which unfortunately doesn't even follow basic standard design patterns. You could likely design your own base buttons better than this in the same amount of time it would take to learn how this pack works. It doesn't even support controllers. The one thing I do like about this pack is its well-organized documentation. My personal score for this project is 4, while the average rating is 4.13. Next, we have another UI project, but this one is on a totally different level. It offers a good standard implementation of modern AAA game menus, although the price is a bit steep. It comes with 10 tutorial videos, but it's only compatible with the latest versions of the Unreal Engine. The diversity of different menu types is good, but there is no in-game UI included, and it seems like sound effects are missing too. On the bright side, it does support gamepads. My personal score for this project is an 8, while the average rating is 5.88. Moving on, we have the Memory Dive Investigator. It's very similar to the game mechanic used in Detroit Become Human. The price is a bit high, but that's understandable given the niche market. It's a code plugin, but the main functions are exposed to blueprints. It's also limited to the latest versions of the engine, and for some reason it doesn't include support for other platforms. However, it does have nice documentation that explains how to use the project. My personal score for this project is 8, while the average rating is 6. Next up is a maze generator, which is offered at a very reasonable price. It has a modular design, allowing you to use your own assets within the pack. It uses splines to generate the maze and then adds assets on top of that. While reviewing this project, I started thinking that maybe I should give my VR Cops project another shot. It took me 4 years as a solo developer to create a very detailed shooter with many different physically accurate weapons. This maze generator could really help me generate levels for my VR Cops project. My personal score for this project is 8. While the average rating is 6.25. The next project is a character inspection tool, which looks pretty cool. It seems easy to use and also supports older versions of the engine. I think you should be able to use it on different platforms, although you might need to implement touch input yourself, as it's not mentioned. My personal score for this project is 7, while the average rating is 6.88. The next project is a waterfall plugin that uses spline to create a waterfall effect. You start by drawing overall shape of your waterfall, and then the plugin automatically adds more spline to create the actual waterfall effect. A well-organized written documentation page is included, which is a plus. I'm not sure if you can use mesh on the waterfall, for instance, to create a lava effect. My personal score for this project is 8, while the average rating is 7.25. Finally, we have a worm project that I found really interesting. It's reasonably priced, supports multiplayer, and works on all platforms. It also comes with good documentation, and almost every part of the worm is customizable. However, I'm not sure if you can change the head or if other heads are included. I'm also curious about how it reacts to collisions and physics, especially if a bunch of worms are on top of each other. It could definitely benefit from more specific physics-based animations like attacks or eatings. My personal score for this project is 8, while the average rating is 7.63. Let's move on to the next category, which is characters. The first project is the Aztec Priest. Its price is a bit on the high side, but it includes face rigs, physics, and even source files. The overall quality of this asset is high, probably near or at AAA level. It claimed to support all platforms with an 80K tricount and 2K textures. It only supports the latest engine version. My personal score for this project is 7, but on average it got 5.5. I recently watched my first anime, and coincidentally, an elf anime character has also been released on the marketplace. I think the price is a bit steep, considering it's just a single character with limited customization options. Only one outfit is included. You can probably change the color of the clothing through the material, but it would be nice to have another outfit option. On the plus side, it supports older versions of the engine and has a reasonable try count. The model comes with 4K textures and is rigged to the epic skeleton. My personal score for this project is 7, but on average it got 5.88. Next up is the police uniform, which is very reasonably priced. One nice feature is a video tutorial on how to add these clothes to the metahuman characters. There is a good variety of clothes for both men and women, but it could benefit from some basic equipment. It comes with 4K textures and the try count isn't too high. My personal score for this project is 6, and it also got an average score of 6. The next character is a sci-fi robot. While it has good quality, the price is a bit high for what it offers. The robot structure remains the same, but you can easily change its color, and it's based on the epic skeleton. However, the try count is high and LOD is not included. The textures are 4K, divided into 4 texture maps. My personal score for this project is 7, but on average it got 6.13. Next, we have a big collection of different clothes. It's pricey, but if you break it down by each model included in the project, the price is worth it if you need all those assets. Keep in mind, these are sold individually, but at a very high price. The textures are 4K, and they support the epic skeleton. In total, you get 11 outfits. The try count is high, so be sure to check each item on their individual page before purchasing. My personal score for this project is 7, but on average it got 6.75. I think this is the third Egyptian themed asset released this week, and I have to say there are already hundreds of Egyptian assets on the marketplace. I'm not sure how many games or projects will use them, but there are other ancient empires like the Persians that don't have many assets on the marketplace and have a lot of potential with less competition. This project includes a single character with 2 different sets of clothes. The good news is it comes with 40 animations and all textures are 4K. It's not a low poly asset with 64K tries. My personal score for this project is 7, but on average it got 6.88. We have a troll character. Older engine versions are supported and the price is good. The try count is very reasonable, making it usable on different platforms. It also comes with 4K textures and 27 animations. There isn't much room for customization, but it does come with 2 weapons, a helmet, armor, and even blood masks. The troll's 14 eyes can blink too. My personal score for this project is 7. And it also got an average of a score of 7. Dmitry Gusev has released some of his creations on the marketplace. They're priced at $150, but I think that's quite high. The body is almost same across all characters, and the same animations are used, So with each pack purchase, you essentially getting the same body with a different head. Also, these characters aren't based on the epic skeleton, so you are limited to the included animations only. However, it does include 254 animations, which should cover most project needs. My personal score for this project is 6, but on average it got 7. Jiangsu 3D has released some soldiers on the marketplace. They have very good quality for today's PC games and supports older versions of the engine. It's nice to see they support ALS and are rigged to the epic skeleton. They come with 4K textures and 7 animations. There is no information about their try count, but on average they have 30k vertices. It's also nice that they have separate body parts that you could export for use in other projects, like using the hands in a VR project. My personal score for this project is 8 and it got an average score of 7.5. Lastly, we have the Urban Zombie pack. I think the price is worth it given the diversity and quality of the pack, especially considering how low poly the models are. The full body has around 6k vertices and they come with 4k textures. The models are rigged to the epic skeleton and include 6 animations. You might need to purchase a full animation pack to complement this one though. My personal score for this project is 7 and it got an average score of 8.25. Let's dive into the last category, which is animation. First up is the coupling pack locomotion. This pack is designed for the motion matching sample recently released by Epic Games. It includes 69 movement animations based on the motion matching sample project. However, these animations are just for movement, no other actions are included, which is a bit of a letdown given the price. But the animator has promised additional animations on the asset page. My personal score for this project is 6 and it got an average score of 0.563. The very last project is a highly detailed FPS animation set for sniper rifles. The quality is near AAA class and it even includes hands with a 14k try count along with a gun model. Although the rifle model is quite high poly with 68k tries and comes with 4k textures. For the price, this is a good deal. The pack is rigged to the Unreal Engine 4 skeleton and includes 24 different animations. My personal score for this project is 8 and it got an average score of 7.5. Thank you for watching the first episode of Monday Market Day. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this new series, so please feel free to share your feedback in the comments below. Your input will help shape the future of these reviews. See you next week.